Well, the week is still fresh, it's still very new. So new goals, new achievements, new aspirations. I like that.
And new birthdays! Happy birthday, Yomi. From all of us at TVC. Don't worry, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to be getting your morning going today. You know, it's going to be a brand new episode of Wake Up Nigeria with birthday and jingle bells all in the studio.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
There's only one person that can be more excited about your birthday than yourself.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yes, and you need that. You need that in your life this morning.
Papa is all smiles in the kitchen.
Yes, she is.
Because Yomi is giving me cake today. He must give me birthday cake.
Is there something in the oven behind you? Because I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
You never know. You never know. You never know. It might not be in this oven, but it might be in another oven somewhere else.
Well, you know, right here on the show, the countdown to Christmas has started. I hope you have started yours.
Well, I know I have. Good morning and welcome. It's Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Owope. We're streaming live right now, tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Send in those comments, send in the birthday messages, and use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Yeah, of course, we know that that the app is available for download both on the Android and iOS store. And this app allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world.
Of course. Now, we have quite a lineup for you. Of course, the season is getting larger and larger with each coming day.
We have Jansen Blue joining us for a musical performance, and I believe he's going to be performing his track Already.
Itoro Ugoji will be talking to us about factors that lead to the formation of a spoiled child. Ever thought of that?
I like that.
What leads to you spoiling that child? Can someone tell me the answer to that question?
And after that, we have Dr. Dibia, who is the Chief Dental Officer at Deseret International Hospital. And he will be talking to us about the best way to treat sensitive teeth.
And for a chat, we have filmmaker, director, and producer Biodun Stevens.
How does this work?
You don't know what to do.
It's actually my first time.
Yeah, Biodun Stevens. And then we'll move on to some entertainment gist. I'm looking at two billionaires and I just like it. I just feel like I need to be a part of it. Anyway, some entertainment news is going to be coming your way. And of course, Mike is going to be doing that with Ezegu Chukudi joining us this morning for that.
And then we have in the building Afropop singer Cheviola, bringing us our second musical act for the day.
Looks like
I guess we'll find out.
And then later on the show, we still have so much more for you. Comedian MC Abbey is joining us.
To class, go! A, B, C, D, U, L, G, H, I, J, K, M, O, N, A, Scorpio, U, arrows, Cassie. The guy said, stop there! Come here.
Oh, goodness me. So, who's going to start off the singing?
You guys don't sing.
Well, we shouldn't sing. Come on now, we have to sing.
Happy birthday.
Mike, I like your shirt. Your shirt is
Happy birthday to
You know, why you looking at Mike?
Happy birthday, dear Yomi. Happy birthday to you.
Let's do that.
Thank you so much. Oh, my golf clap.
Happy birthday.
So do I pray for you guys now that you said happy birthday?
Yes.
Yes. Now, once you're done with that, you now kneel down. And then he lays the hands on you. That's how you do to complete it.
Offering.
He didn't say offering.
Okay.
So I saw this skit yesterday. Very interesting skit.
Yeah.
It was a Woli.
Okay, yeah.
Woli Agba, I don't know if you
Yeah,
know
we know
him.
him.
I don't know about. So people are coming in for service, and then there's this guy with braided hair. He charged somebody who's wearing slippers, and this guy passes with braided hair. Say, he calls the choir master, please tell that guy to leave. Choir master goes to tell the guy to leave. Papa say, choir master just meets and say, I just came to tell you that your hair is nice. I say, hey, I brought something for Woli. I just came from the US. I brought dollars. Woli just comes and says, why is this still here now? Say, oh, wait, bro, something. No, you should go. I say, Papa, don't.
I knew that. Let me pray for you, Abby.
That was just a joke.
Yeah.
So, but December, we have Emmanuel and Emanuela this December. How come Emmanuel is not your name? So 80% of people born in December.
Okay.
For ladies, for
Actually,
guys.
my brother's
and
name is
Emanuela
Emmanuel.
for ladies. So I'm telling you, a lot of
Or Biodun.
Biodun.
Yeah, Biodun.
Yeah. So that period as well. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why my dad.
What does it feel like having your birthday in December?
It's today's the president's birthday.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm still waiting for his call. I checked my phone this morning. I was like,
Pray for you.
no missed calls, So yeah. So I'm waiting for the president's call. I discovered that the former governor as well of Oyo State today he's turning 70 today. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that
I'll be calling you.
I'm waiting for that invitation as well.
No, but
that is good.
I'm
It's-
interested in what's the most interesting birthday gift you've ever received?
Okay, so when I was 10,
Okay.
you know how it is when you're growing as a boy, first son, you have many clashes with your dad and stuff. So by the time I was 10, I was already like, so but my dad gave me a surprise on my birthday. He wasn't around, so I think he traveled the previous day. And so I wake up in the morning and, it wasn't anything eventful. And then later on in the day, I then got, this little pack.
What?
There was a watch inside. So
Are you serious?
It was very nice. I was blown away.
Oh,
Yeah.
he just had a throwback to when he was 10. Goodness.
Yeah, when I was 10.
All right, you know what? We have to head over for the news update now. We're going to be celebrating throughout the show today, but it's all yours, Ibrahim.
All right, thank you very much, Titi. Happy birthday to you, Yomi. We'll send Santa to you, but we hope he doesn't deliver the wrong gift to you.
Thank you.
Right, a federal high court sitting in Abuja has ordered the Bayelsa state government to transfer Soko oil field to Rivers State. The court also ordered the National Boundary Commission to correct the error in the 11th edition of the administrative map. That map designates San Bartholomew River as the boundary between the two states instead of River Santa Barbara. The Rivers State government had notified the commission about the error and filed a suit, which it won at the Supreme Court in 2012. After the mistake was rectified, the state instituted a suit before the Federal High Court in Abuja solely against the NBC, seeking an order of mandamus compelling it to correct the error. Some traders in Ogun State are counting their losses after the Sunday late-night fire that razed part of the Taosu International Market in Ijebu-Ode. More than 20 shops were burnt before the inferno was put out by firefighters and the market security officials. The secretary to the Ogun State government, who visited the scene, said the state would assist the affected traders. And there is a shake-up in the top ranks of the Nigerian army. The massive redeployment has seen 15 brigadier generals and 20 major generals moved to new postings, and all have been approved by the Chief of Army Staff, according to a statement by Army spokesman Sagir Musa. The highlight of the posting includes the appointment of Major General E.O. Ogunkale from Command Army Record, Lokoja, to Defense Headquarters as Chief of Defense Standards and Evaluation. The Army's official statement says the assignment is necessary due to a recent promotion of some senior officers. And the governing All Progressives Congress has lifted the suspension on some key members of the party, including Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, former governors Ibikunle Amosun and Rochas Okorocha, as well as Osita Okechukwu and Usani. They were suspended in a run-up to the 2019 general election for alleged anti-party activities. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Larry Issa Onilu, says the APC has learned from the fallout among party members in the past months. He noted that a reconciliation process is ongoing at various levels.
It's a way of demonstrating by our party that we have the capacity to do the right thing at any time. We felt at that particular period it was necessary for us to discipline certain members of the party, irrespective of the position they held. And we did according to our rules. And in the spirit of ongoing reconciliation across the country, in our effort to ensure that we bring harmony into our party, that suspension was lifted, and we have encouraged them to reconcile as well with other members of the party and other stakeholders in their respective states. It's going to be an ongoing thing, but this is a solid demonstration of our capacity to always do the right thing.
Now, apart from the 100 billion worth of capital projects ceded to National Assembly members in 2020 budget, over 50 billion naira worth of capital projects accrued to the lawmakers from the 264 billion naira increase effected by the two chambers when the budget figure was increased. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, says it has uncovered corrupt practices by lawmakers in the implementation of constituency projects. In a report, the ICPC revealed how Nigerian lawmakers connive with agencies to embezzle billions of naira meant for the constituency project. Last month, President Buhari, while speaking at the National Summit on diminishing corruption in public sector, slammed the National Assembly for having little to show for more than 1 trillion naira budgeted for constituency projects in the last 10 years. Now, Boeing says it will temporarily suspend production of its 737 MAX airliner in January. Production of the jet had continued despite the model being grounded for 9 months after 2 deadly crashes. More than 300 people died when 737 MAX aircraft crashed in Indonesia and Ethiopia after reported problems with a new feature. The company says it will not lay off workers associated with the 737 MAX, but the stoppage is likely to affect suppliers and the wider economy. Now, Indian police have denied shooting people during protests in Delhi as anger at a citizenship law spreads across the country. At least 3 people said they were shot, but police say the wounds were caused by broken tear gas canisters. Deadly protests have broken out across India over a controversial citizenship bill that critics fear could further marginalize the country's minority Muslim community. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the bill is for minorities who have faced years of persecution or persecution outside and have no place to go except India, adding that Muslims are not considered minorities in India. And that's it on the news update for this hour. Let's bring you weather update. Focus for today.
Let's take the headlines now. Thank you so much, Mike. Okay, so on the cover of the Punch, we have this headline. Let me see if you can see that.
Yeah.
It says, December 31st, minimum wage negotiation deadline. Oyo Rivers, Kwara, Gombe, others fail to raise panels. Ogun State workers begin strike on Thursday. We're in the dark, Cross River State says. In Cross River State, says TUC, rather. It also says right beside the masthead there, refineries lost 111 billion naira in 9 months, according to NNPC. Army redeploys 20 major generals, others in shakeup. In the photo story there, it says on this commissioner's list, women storm Abiodun's office with stoves and mats. It says here, 11.1% women in your cabinet is unacceptable. Interesting. Oshomole's loyalists fume as Obaseki labels ex-governor pathological liar. 2 killed as hoodlums clash in Lagos. Senate will pass Buhari's $30 billion loan request, according to Lawan. And it says here, a funny story here, it says, well, not funny. It says, man hires kidnappers, kills brother's 7-year-old boy after 300,000 naira ransom. A very sad one there. Then I'll wrap with this one. APC lifts suspension on Akeredolu, Amosun, Okorocha, others. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
Yeah, let's have a look at the Vanguard this morning. Why Senate will okay Buhari's $29.9 billion loan bid, Lawan says. And says Buhari has provided details. Debt burden rises. As you can see, there's an infographic there, how the debt burden has doubled between 2015 and 2019. And over here, Senate won't pass hate speech bill if, you can find that story on page 8. And a Lagos prince, domestic staff sentenced to death for murder. Up here, we have a few stories. APC's NWC lifts suspension on Akeredolu, Amosun, Okorocha, others, and 2 killed as RTE and NURTW clash in Lagos. Finally, PMB at 77. Please tell Baba we are with him all the way, says Femi Adesina. And that's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
Okay, we have the Daily Sun next. It says here, US, or rather UK, probes Nigerian church, where members sow seed with blood. That's a difficult one to wrap my head around. It says here, Lagos prince, ex-domestic staff, sentenced to death for murder of businesswoman. 15 brigadier generals redeployed in fresh army shakeup. NAF jets destroy ISWAP meeting centers in Borno. On minimum wage, Ogun workers begin strike January 2nd. And finally, Buhari to sign 2020 budget Tuesday. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Sun.
Yeah. Let's have a look at The Guardian. A government to spend 417 billion naira on subsidy in 2020. Nigeria loses $400 billion to foreign havens and seeks global action against illicit financial flows. 3 killed in Lagos brutal NURTW gang clashes. 75 arrested. Wow. And a few other stories down here. Court awards disputed Soku oil field to Rivers. Orders Bayelsa to refund derivation funds. Wow. And on page 3, Army OK's new postings, appointments of officers. Resign now, Edo APC tells Oshomole. And Abuja Varsity sacks professor over alleged sexual harassment. And the Senate will approve Buhari's $29.9 billion loan request, says Lawan. Insists legislature, not presidency's rubber stamp. And that's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
Up next, The Nation newspaper. It says, Senate, hate speech bill for Nigerians to decide. Fury over social media use in Canada, Egypt. PIB electoral reform to get lawmakers' attention. It also says here at the bottom, federal government being guided by laws on Shore, says Malami. It says also ex-Governor Yari government under probe for 200 billion naira fraud. Moving to the top of the page here, it says APC NWC lifts suspension on Akeredolu. Amosun also pardoned. Lagos Prince, ex-servant, sentenced to death. And finally, I'll wrap with this one. It says Nigeria loses $400 billion illicit cash to foreign havens. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
All right, that's about all that we can take for this hour. It's Christmas time. Let's find out what the traffic is saying after this.
Welcome back. Now we are about to give the best tips on the best route for you this morning to get you to your destination faster. Now, as always, we encourage that you help other road users by dropping comments with the relevant traffic situation reports on all our social media pages using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. So our first route this morning, we're going to be taking from Ikeja all the way to Marina. So this is taking us from Allen. Now, this first route should take you 26 minutes if you go from Allen through Oregu. But if you want to go through the Maryland axis, that will take you 29 minutes. So let's take the faster route for those who are on the road now. So if you start your journey from Allen bus stop, now you should have a smooth sail, thankfully, all the way from Allen to Alade Market. And okay, when you join where there's a traffic light, when the road connects in with the traffic light, there's a slight traffic there, which of course would be caused by the traffic light. And now we have a clear road all the way through to where it joins now to the Ojota the Ojota Road. Now, there's usually traffic there because of the buses and everybody trying to move at that point. Remember, I always tell you that we have to make sure we stay ahead and do not let anyone piss us off on the road, so there's no getting angry and there's no fighting on the road. Now, we keep moving all the way. There's slight traffic as you approach Maryland, as you pass. Now, we keep going, and we have free-flowing traffic. So if you are around Oregon, Ojota, at this point, you need to head out now so that you can avoid all the traffic that would probably come in the next 15-20 minutes. Now from Mosalashi Street, should be quite popular at that point. We have slight traffic, and now you can connect back to the Ogudu Road, and then we still have easy moving traffic up until we get to Adeniji, which of course is expected at that point. So now I'm going to move on to Mike and Titi and the birthday boy Yomi. I'm sure they have some updates for us.
Yeah, just trying to load this thing here. I've got some updates. Berger Inward Chinatown, currently good to go. That's good news. And then also Adekunle Inward Old Yaba Road, currently good to go. Not bad, not bad. That axis usually is busy, especially people going to Uyingbo and that whole area, and the Terminal Bridge as well. Golden Gate, Inward Glover Road, currently good to go. That's 3 updates from 1 minute ago each. And yeah, that's what I've got here. I don't know if you guys have any others.
I had the same ones, exactly the same ones.
Okay, there's something here. This is via Lagos Traffic Radio, and it's quite interesting. It says event traffic diary.
Event traffic
diary. I had to even retweet, so you might want to check them out. It shows a list of events. There's on every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, up until different events and the areas where they are.
So you know how to.
So you know how to manage yourself, right? So it's quite a lot. It will tell the event, the venue, the location, the roads that are going to be probably tied, blocked, or might be. So this is something that I think would definitely help.
Also here, it says if you're coming into VI from the 3rd mainland bridge, so this is very important, those coming from the mainland to the island, do not go through Onikon or Muzon Center area. That's the second, so there's Obalende and then there's
the second exit.
Yeah, so do not go through that area. There's road work ongoing. Use alternative routes. So you can use Awolowo Road, you can also go through the Ikoyi axis into Alfred Owani. So yeah, so once you get off the 3rd mainland bridge, there are like 2 or 3 other alternative routes that you can use. Don't go through the
Muzon Center.
Don't go through the Muzon Center axis. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. But it's a good reason to have traffic when the road is being walked on. I think that's about the perfect reason to have traffic.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Oh, thank you so much. You seem to be professionals at this. Okay, so now my next route will be from Abraham Adesanya all the way to Bonny Cantonment. And if you're taking this route, it should take you approximately 55 minutes. This is heavy traffic getting worse, says the map. So you should head out now so that you don't get stuck in the traffic. So coming from Abraham Adesanya, now we have a free-flowing road. Now all the way to Aja Market. It's still free-flowing till you get to the traffic light where we have the Aja shopping mall. Now, there's slight traffic at that point. I don't know what's happening there, but it's probably going to be caused by people trying to maneuver their ways through the traffic light. Now, it's free-flowing through Eleganza bus stop, free-flowing through Ikota. When you get to VGC Welcome Center, still free-flowing up until you get to just slightly across Mega Chicken. There's slight traffic there, but after that you have free flowing all the way to Lekki Conservation Center. The Lekki Conservation Center is slight traffic at that point, and at that point I'm sure there's a traffic light. So usually the traffic is usually caused by traffic lights and some people not being kind on the road. So let's not get pretty upset with that. And then we still have free flowing traffic through Chevron. Okay, it gets a bit tight at Agungi. And it's just like a bumper to fender movement, slowly and surely. I'm sure you get there. But when you get to Freedom Way now, there's thick traffic there. So you might want to consider entering Ikate, that Freedom Way alternative that gets you into phase 1 so that you can avert the traffic that is on the express, and so you could connect back from the Lekki the phase 1 roundabout. And then when you get to the roundabout now, it's free flowing, so lucky you. But when you get to the toll gate, the Lekki toll gate, now there's traffic there, which is of course for obvious reasons. But slightly after it, you have free flowing. But when you get to the Ozumba, just shortly before Ozumba, the traffic light, now there's thick traffic there. But from that point all the way, it's just bumper to fenders. So with a little patience, I think it's really not that bad. Now I am going to head back to the kitchen, and I'm sure we're talking about Yum Yum, the birthday boy.
I'm sure that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, we you know, it's
So I saw something.
birthdays are fun.
Yeah.
So birthdays are fun.
Don't move the discussion. Titi, please go on.
No, I think birthdays are fun.
They're not going to dislocate it.
And you know when our Uncle Yum Yum
Who's your uncle?
Uncle Yum, okay, Egbon Yum.
What is Young Lion? Please stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
You don't know
that.
he shares birthday with presidents. We have to be very careful. We don't know whether...
I'm still waiting for my invitation. You know, we're on TV right now. I don't know what's happening. You know, it's
it's great when we decorated the whole set for your birthday, don't you know? Yeah. But
this is for somebody else's birthday.
you know, I'm kidding.
No, but yeah, no problem.
But it's loads of fun, and hopefully we're all going for dinner somewhere. You know? Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay, but we have to do this. We have to do this. It's very short. Our best experiences with the Young Lion. By the way, that's his sobriquet if you don't know. The Young Lion. Yeah. So I told you now. So our best experiences. Let's go. Our best experiences.
Yeah, so definitely working with Yomi has been an interesting experience. An interesting experience. Why? Because there's always something to learn from him, whether it's pronunciations, addiction, and of course the way you construct your sentences when it comes to interviews. So I will look out for what Yomi said. How did Yomi coin that? Okay, I'm going to take note of that. And then, of course, he's always ready to give advice. If you're having some issues, maybe with something that's happening behind the scenes at home. Then being a family man, the way he's a dad of 3, you know, he's always looking sharp. Then he started jogging, and that made everybody feel bad because he's always working out and looking all right, you know.
So I did that for my health.
Yeah, wow.
Just to keep healthy, you know, just to stay trim.
And make sure all those suits stay on point. So this, you know, it's an interesting experience all around working with Yomi.
Okay, cool. So talk about.
No, you. I'm blessed.
Madam, say what you want to say.
Mike, go ahead, Joe.
Mike, you go.
So so we've come a very long way. For many of you that don't know, very, very long way. Let me see. I can go 10 years. I can go 5 years. Which one do you want me to go back? Let me go 10 years back.
Yeah, let's go.
15 years. I'm not sure I'd met but maybe it might be close. So my earliest experience was, I think we had the Christmas drama in church. And Yomi was playing Angel Gabriel. I played King Herod, and he played Angel Gabriel. So he had to, and he was leading a song, and he was singing and dancing at the same time. He was leading a song when the angels came to welcome Jesus and all that. It was a very cool experience. This was 2008.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Wow. So 2009, sometime there. 2009, sometime there, and I was King Herod. You know, that was the first time we actually had worked together and all of that. And then after then, I can remember there was a particular time when I think this was when he had done the betas or just before and all that. So Yomi does voiceovers in church and all of that. That's a thing. And I think he still does voiceovers, and then he presents and all of that. And then I remember one day it was a studio then, and I called him up and we had a meeting. And I came and like, I want to be a presenter. I want to learn this thing. I'm serious, man. So, like, you know, so he's about the. So I have quite a number of people I look up to when it comes to the job. Aww. And he was about one of the first I ever had direct contact with and learned from. You know, so I remember, and then he sat down, we spoke, he told me how to go about it. I can't remember so many things he said, but I know he had the time, you know, I know.
It shall work because you're here.
Yeah, and so and then he went to now to debate. We're going to do that debate. So something happened. There was the first season, there was the second season was there.
Yeah.
I think I was preparing for the third season. So I got in contact with all the contestants from the previous season, all of them.
Wow.
I hit them up, was like, see, I was ready to win. Forget it, no, I was ready. I was going to win.
It was just stalking.
I don't know why that thing, no, it wasn't stalking.
I know.
He was calling out, how far, give me tips and all that. I was going to win.
He said he was
You don't
going
get.
to. So why
I got
didn't you
all of
win?
them, all of them, from Arid to Olumide to Chinedu, the winner. All of them. I have messages with them. I was like, okay, so what a kilo, man. This is your Tasso. Yomi was of course the host of the show. Then I was like, I'm going to win the show, and then it wasn't. I was not waiting. I know. We know season 3.
No season 3.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The show was eventually cancelled.
Yeah. So he's a young lion. He's something else. Something else.
Thanks for that, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah.
Touching.
Okay, so you know I'm the baby of the show.
Which baby?
Yes, you are.
Oh, I like to tell myself I'm the baby.
You just arrived.
I haven't been here for so long, but my first experience with Yomi was not pleasant. So
You have to say
I
that.
have to say that. But the good thing is, now this should be a lesson for people to. They say first impression matters, but I think second impressions are better because you always give people second chance and third and fourth and fifth, just so that you can see that if there's something better there. And Yomi did prove to me that there was something better, and he's been such a great colleague, turned friend, turned yum, and I wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
So you know we have to say what that experience was, right? You know what we have to say.
What
We have to say that. What was that experience?
Tutu.
Okay, was it that joke? He played a joke on her in the studio.
No, the joke was after the experience.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a joke.
So it was after that I started pranking her around
Yes.
the show.
All right, so
Yomi the
that's it.
Pranks are not over, I'm just telling you.
Definitely. Yeah, that's it. That's our coverage today. Happy birthday, Yomi.
Happy birthday, Yum,
All right, we'll take a break now.
Thank
We'll
you,
be right
guys.
back with his shout out and other ones.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. I've got this man right here. His name is Jason Blue. And he's got a very interesting video that we watched earlier on. It was you in the restaurant with a young lady that was just giving you attitude, man. She was not feeling your vibe at all. Eventually. Okay, she was eventually. Anyway, so how you doing?
I'm good.
You've been doing music for 10 years. That's absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. But how's it been, man?
Well, it's been like a bit of a roller coaster, but it's been fulfilling at the same time because it feels good to be able to bring what you imagine to life.
Yeah,
So
could you
that's
come closer to the mic when you're talking. Yeah, so it's really good. I mean, you got a song out called Already, and so tell us about that song and why it's important to bring it out now.
Well, the song is inspired by a particular sound, I think it's one of the simplest songs I ever wrote.
Wow, okay.
You know, and what's interesting is that the video too was very interesting because I made a video with my friend Daniel. So it was very good. It's like one of my first widely accepted songs. Anyways.
Yeah,
so
which is
well.
really good too. It just goes across different genres and all of that.
Yeah.
But people call you R&B, but I'm also hearing some other flavors, a little bit of jazz, and all of that.
It's basically R&B with a very heavy fusion of the Nigerian flavor.
Yeah.
With a lot of other things going on the scene, like the trap sound, like the hip hop sound, the ambient sound, the jazz and everything.
Really important, I think. Anyway, so what should we expect from Jason Blue in 2020? That's just around the corner in about 2 weeks. And I'm sure that you've got plans, you've got stuff that you're working on top of.
Yeah, exactly. First off is an album. My album is ready. It's called Soul Wave.
It's ready?
Yes, it's ready to go.
Okay,
So just a couple of more singles to go, and we're
a couple of more singles to go, and then
the album is in stores.
The album is going to be in stores. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Because I think I like your sound. It's the kind of sound that people listen to. You can hear your lyrics, which is sometimes can be very lacking nowadays with Nigerian musicians. But anyway, Jason Blue, ladies and gentlemen, he's ready for us. He is a record writer, record producer, and he's just an amazing guy. And you're definitely going to enjoy his performance this morning. Let's do it.
Sir. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Now
now he make you say you know that love. In your malash and you rebel. Wish it don't be your duvet whenever you go. Every day I go make you my own. Every day I go make you my own. You go for
Now, today promises to be a great day, so you need to start it with us.
Yes, indeed. Wake Up Nigeria is a breakfast show with all you need for a great morning. Thank you for staying with us and for joining us today.
Yes, indeed. So we started this journey at 6. Some of you are just jumping on this train, but there's so much more to come until around 8:45. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Owope. We are streaming live right now. tvcentertainment.tv is the website. And Facebook at TVC Connect.
Those comments, we love them, we appreciate them. They're already coming in, but keep them coming on all our social media platforms with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
We also have an app available for download both on the Android and iOS stores. This app, when you download it, allows you to watch us on your device from anywhere in the world.
Yes, indeed. Now, it's amazing because we have a chef in the kitchen and we always have great chefs with us. And it's good morning to you, Chef. Tokwe is standing by with her.
Yes, good morning, Titi. Good morning, Chef Isioma. Now, you have to tell, I'm not going to say it, you have to tell Yomi what is his birthday meal.
Potato and gizzard porridge.
Okay.
What does she call it?
Potato and gizzard porridge.
Yeah.
Potato
As long as there's no
fish.
As long as there's no shrimp or fish or anything.
Then you're good.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, guys over there. Very shortly, Itoro Ugoji will be talking to us about the factors that lead to the formation of a spoiled child. Believe it or not,
Yes,
that can
so
happen.
It can. And there's certain things you can do to avoid it, hopefully. Then we have Dr. Dibia, the Chief Dental Officer at Deseret International Hospital. He'll be talking about the best way to treat sensitive teeth.
And for our chat, we're going to be having a filmmaker, director, and producer, Biodun Stevens, in the building.
What are you trying to say?
Obvious. Aima has anger issues. That's the red flag.
And then we move on with the show. We have some entertainment news coming your way. Everything making the rounds in the world of entertainment. Ezegu Chukudi is going to be joining us for that.
You see, there's a smile that comes to your face when you have
a lot of money.
Yeah. It's a different kind of laughter. And then Afro-pop singer Sheviola will be joining us on the show, bringing us the second act for today.
As you go sit down, you go. My brother, time
Stop there!
Yes, indeed. Stop there. We have joining us for a chat in a little while, comedian, MC Compare, MC Abbey.
Was it me or he didn't call the alphabets correctly?
Well, I think that was the punchline.
I was confused.
That's a joke. Okay, so we had I was somewhere on I think that was on Friday last week. Something quite interesting. There's this app per se or game that was launched, and it was quite an interesting one because it's educative and entertaining at the same time, and then you can now make money.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called Pre-Win.
Pre-Win.
Yeah, I probably will see some visuals now, but it's very cool. It should come out into the market very soon. It's very nice. You learn. I used to host a game show at one point, my former place in Owope, and I understand. See, when you get to win, learn, and have fun, that combination is off the hook.
Yeah.
Off the hook. That's it. Those are the visuals of the launch.
Pre-win app.
Yeah, pre-win. It's an app, and then you can also play it on WhatsApp too.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can also play it on WhatsApp. So, you know, and you're just at the comfort of your home. You learn. There's a line I always used to use, and they use that line here. Like, there's no loser. Because if you don't win, you learn something new.
Do you make money?
Right.
Yeah, you make money.
Oh, wow.
You into it, a series of questions comes out over a period of time and all of that. You know, so that's
this was the event?
That's it. Yeah, this was at the event. And it was a good one. So it was nostalgia for me. I was like, you guys should have called me to be part of this. But hey, it was a good one.
Yeah,
it was a good one.
Excellent.
It was a good one.
So the app is available for download.
Yeah, the
now.
app is available. So just pre-win that.
download.
Yeah, sure. And then you can also play on WhatsApp. And
Pre-win app. Okay.
Yeah.
Pre-win. So I'm thinking about Tokwe, because Tokwe mentioned some time ago that she had done some online betting before. She had done it before.
She never did though. Tokwe doesn't do that now.
Yeah, really? But you do.
How?
Really? You don't?
Me?
Okay.
How?
I'm just saying. I'm just finding out.
How?
I'm just asking.
Where? When? Which? Why? Who? No, which? What did you say? What did you say? I only deal with. No. That's
It's only pre-win that I want to go and do now.
Yes.
Pre-win ahead. That's the one way.
Pre-win app. You can download it both on the Android and iOS store.
So, Tokwe, you know that we are on Sunday. We're all going for Tokwe's birthday, by the way.
The people that don't come, you see, Sunday is going to be.
So Tokwe is going to tear all of you next week if nobody comes.
You know, after Sunday, if you see that you are blocked,
I'm not even sure if I'm in town on Sunday.
Wow.
We'll discuss that.
I might just be in. I might be in Singapore, you know, on the flight flag.
Blocked.
Oh well.
But someone who's not blocked. It's Ibrahim. As he's about to give us the news now.
I only laugh to that, though. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has ordered the Bayelsa State government to transfer Soko oil field to Rivers State. The court also ordered the National Boundary Commission to correct the error in the 11th edition of the administrative map. That map designates San Bartholomew River as the boundary between the two states instead of River Santa Barbara. The Rivers State government had notified the commission about the error and filed a suit with which it won at the Supreme Court in 2012. After the mistake was rectified, the state instituted a suit before the Federal High Court in Abuja solely against the NBC, seeking an order of mandamus compelling it to correct the error. And some traders in Ogun State are counting their losses after the Sunday late-night fire that razed part of the Taosu International Market in Ijebu-Ode. More than 20 shops were burnt before the inferno was put out by firefighters and the market security officials. The secretary to the Ogun State government who visited the scene said the state would assist the affected traders. And there is a shake-up in the top ranks of the Nigerian Army. The massive redeployment has seen 15 brigadier generals and 20 major generals move to new postings. And all have been approved by the Chief of Army Staff, according to a statement by Army spokesman Sagri Musa. The highlight of the posting includes the appointment of Major General E.O. Gunkale from Command Army Record Lokoja to Defense Headquarters as Chief of Defense Standards and Evaluation. The Army's official statement says the reassignment is necessary due to recent promotion of some senior officers. The governing All Progressives Congress has lifted the suspension on some key members of the party, including Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, former governors Ilukunle Amusun and Roches Okorocha, as well as Osita Okechukwu and Usani Usani. They were suspended in the run-up to the 2019 general election for alleged anti-party activities. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Lanre Issa Onilu, says the APC has learned from the fallout among party members in the past months. He noted that a reconciliation process is ongoing at various levels. Now, outside Nigeria, apart from the 100 billion naira worth of capital projects ceded to National Assembly members still in the foreign local scene, in the 2020 budget, over 50 billion naira worth of capital projects accrued to the lawmakers from the 264 billion increase effected by the two chambers when the budget figure was increased. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission says it has uncovered corrupt practices by lawmakers and the implementation of constituency projects. In a report, the ICPC revealed how Nigerian lawmakers connive with agencies to embezzle billions of naira meant for constituency projects. Last month, President Muhammad Buhari, while speaking at the National Summit on diminishing corruption in public sector, slammed the National Assembly for having little to show for more than 1 trillion naira budgeted for constituency projects in the last 10 years. Now, properly outside Nigeria, Boeing says it will temporarily suspend production of its 737 MAX airliner in January. Production of the jet had continued despite the model being grounded for 9 months after 2 deadly crashes. More than 300 people died when 2 737 MAX aircraft crashed in Indonesia and Ethiopia after reported problems with the new feature. The company says it would not lay off workers associated with the 737 MAX, but the stoppage is likely to affect suppliers and the wider economy. And that's the news update for this hour. Stay tuned.
Yes, so we have the gizzard already on fire. Just to give you a quick run through of what went down here. So Chef Isioma she grated the ginger, which is actually the first time I've seen someone grate ginger. Usually I see people chop the ginger, but I'm definitely going to try that because I think it just makes it, you don't get to chew it in the
it's
food.
faster.
Oh yeah, it's faster. Okay, so now we would probably just run through the menu for how you can make your own potato gizzard porridge. We have salt, onion, ginger, gizzard, spring onions, vegetable oil, seasoning cubes, curry, garlic, carrot, thyme, bell peppers, Irish potatoes, and green peppers. So with these ingredients, you can definitely get yourself an amazing pot of Irish potatoes and gizzard porridge. Now, I've been trying to give people Christmas alternatives instead of rice. So would you make this for Christmas?
Definitely.
Oh, it's something you would make?
Yes,
oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
So there you have it, guys. This is a quick alternative for Christmas. So if you want to try something else this year, you do not want to do rice or anything that you do conventionally every Christmas, this should also be an alternative. So now, how much would it cost approximately to make this?
About 3,000 naira.
3,000, okay, I won't say that's cheap, but that's quite affordable.
Yes, and it's going to serve like 4 people.
4 people?
Yes.
So you could, if for Christmas, someone can like to add maybe a chicken.
Yes, smoked chicken, turkey and the rest.
Turkey, okay. What else? So the chicken could be shredded, yeah?
Yes.
It could be shredded
chicken breast, yeah.
Chicken breast. Okay, interesting. So now, how long are we going to leave this on fire?
20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes, because we've done like 10 minutes
10
already.
minutes already, yeah.
So 20 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
Oh, 10 more minutes.
Yes.
Okay. And then what goes in next?
The potato will go in next.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add like a cup of water and then add the potato.
So you're going to cook everything together?
In one pot, yes.
In one pot, so
yes.
you don't remove anything at any point?
No.
Oh, okay. So we're going to get all this chopped. I'm going to chop this as well. When we come back, we're going to see how far we've progressed in making our potato porridge.
Gizzard porridge.
Yes.
Welcome back. Now, Dr. Dibia Nze is the Chief Dental Officer at Deseret International Hospital and a content creator and social media handler for Nigeria Delta Dental Association. He started a conversation on the cause of tooth sensitivity last week, and will now be moving on to solutions of the problem. And, you know, when we talked about this last week, it was, you know, a lot of people who probably couldn't place a finger on why they had pains in their tooth. At least you provided a little bit of direction in that. But today, one talks solutions.
Yeah.
But I think we should go over what we talked about very briefly last week and the causes of tooth sensitivity.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Basically, we said last week that anything that will erode the enamel of the tooth will cause sensitivity. So your toothbrush, very hard toothbrush, faulty toothbrushing technique, frequent consumption of soft drinks, consumption of acidic fruits, all of that are potential sources of tooth sensitivity.
One of the big areas where I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't have ever thought would be your toothbrush, what you use to clean your tooth, which will then, you know, erode the enamel, which is one of the things that you talked about. So today, our focus, of course, is on solutions to tooth sensitivity, because I think people have different kinds of baby teeth, and, you know, when they present to you, what's the first thing that you would say to someone who has this issue if they came to you?
Okay, so the first thing is we want to determine the severity. Now, the severity of the sensitivity gives us an idea of what needs to be done. For very mild cases, all you need to do is take away the cause. The body will always heal itself.
Right.
So if the sensitivity is really mild, maybe caused by frequent chewing of bone, just tell the patient not to chew bone any longer,
right,
and then that gets solved. Now, for some other cases which are a little bit higher up, you want to do things like a desensitizing agent. So you want to place varnishes over the tooth to cover up the dentin that is exposed. In very severe cases, you want to go as far as doing a filling or putting a crown over the tooth.
That's when it's very severe and it really hurts.
Yeah, that's when it's, well, it's not just the severity of it. It's not just the pain you're looking at. You're also looking at functionality.
Right.
Because when your tooth is really sensitive like that, it means that a lot of your enamel has gone off. Your tooth has lost strength. So that tooth can crack under pressure.
Right.
So we need to also restore strength as well as saving that tooth from being sensitive.
I've seen a lot of adverts, you know, recently, maybe I think in the last two years or so, that of toothpastes that, you know, claim to strengthen your teeth, and then some others that claim to treat sensitive teeth. Are these possible solutions for this kind of thing?
Yes, they are very possible solutions, but like we said, it depends on the severity. There are some cases where no matter the amount of toothpaste you put on that tooth, we do not expect any cure to come. So if the cases are, say, between mild and moderate, yes, there are so many brands of toothpaste that you can get over the counter that will work for your sensitivity.
For sensitivity. Okay, now, you know this is Christmas period, and there's no amount of advice that a doctor or weight loss consultant or, you know, even a dentist will give to people. They will still do what they're going to do. But what would be your advice? People are going to eat what they're going to eat. They're going to have lots of sugar, cake, fizzy drinks, you know, just different things over the next probably 10 to 15 days. What would be your advice for them to care for their teeth so that you don't then end up in January with sensitive teeth?
First thing, go see your dentist just before Christmas so that they can tell you the exact state of your tooth.
Very important. See your dentist before Christmas.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Then, if you are going to chew bone, make sure it is really soft. Do not use your teeth to open soft drinks and the likes.
But you know we all do that. Okay, well, I haven't done that in a while, but you know, that happens. So lots of people, so don't use your teeth to open, what they call them. Don't use your tooth as a can opener, essentially.
Yes,
or
yes.
as a bottle opener.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't do that. And then essentially make sure you brush last thing at night before going to bed. So you take away all of the sugar you must have consumed during the day before you go to bed at night.
So last thing at night, make sure you brush.
Yes.
You brush your teeth, so, which a lot of people don't do because maybe you forget and all of that. But how about there's some people who use mouthwash and don't brush at night.
Okay, your mouthwash is an adjunct. It never replaces that physical effect of using your toothpaste and your toothbrush. So yes, the mouthwash will do a little bit of work, but no. If you want the best, you should actually brush because your mouthwash will not take away everything stuck in between your teeth.
Now, one of the things that, I mean, we've had one or two dentists on the show, and one of the things that I always ask is people need to know more about how important it is to visit the dentist. You still have a lot of Nigerians who don't go to the dentist because maybe they think it's expensive, they don't have access, or they just don't have information. But how important is it to care for your teeth? Now I'm talking general, because now you said visit the dentist before Christmas, but people are still thinking, I can take care of myself. I don't feel any pains in my tooth, so I'm fine. But why is it so important, dental health?
Now, dental health is really, really important because that's your mouth is the gateway into the body. Now, a lot of things can go wrong with your body, and the first manifestation will be seen in the mouth. A lot of things can also go wrong in your mouth that will end up affecting your body. So the same way you service your car is the same way you should also service your teeth. Don't wait until it goes bad. Now, other parts of the body, you can take mild painkillers for them if you have pain. But once you start having pain in the teeth, it's a bad idea for you to take painkillers because the pain you're feeling from the tooth is an indication that something is going wrong. So you need to go and check what is going wrong before you take out the pain.
So really, really important. I mean, these are some key things that people need to pay attention to that they're not paying attention to, and really, really important. So before you even start feeling pains, or the pain's an indication of something deeper. So definitely you should be seeing the dentist. So let's just go over some of the things that we discussed today. So very important, see your dentist before Christmas, before you start cracking those chicken bones and stuff. Make sure that throughout this period, you brush your teeth. Last thing at night. So brush your teeth last thing at night. Don't just use the mouthwash.
Don't use the mouthwash.
What else? There's something else you said.
You need to stop using your teeth as a can opener.
Yeah, as a can opener. Very important. And and don't use hard toothbrushes. It was one of the things that, one of the causes of having oversensitive teeth. Wow, very, very nice. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I'm sure that we've learned quite a bit. Anyway, we're heading back to the kitchen where I'm smelling that porridge. The doctor has already said he's interested, so make sure you stick around for that.
I will.
Hey, guys.
Yomi, so I was thinking, in the spirit of your birthday, we should probably call this the Yomi potato.
Porridge.
The Yomi potato gizzard porridge. What do you think? Okay, so now we've allowed this to boil, the gizzard to boil for approximately 20 minutes. So now we're going to put in our ingredients, starting with the potato. So I'll just be passing it to you.
Thank you.
So they will say my hand is inside. Okay, so I was thinking, if you don't want to use the gizzard at all, what could you put?
You can use chicken, like we said earlier. Chicken breast, chicken. Yeah, you can use chicken. You can use turkey, you can use beef.
Oh, okay, so we could probably like dice the turkey. Okay, cool. What are we putting next?
I'm putting my pepper and my carrot.
Oh, so you're putting everything all at once?
Aside the green pepper and the spring onion.
Okay. Now, but I think for people who, I like my carrots crunchy, so I probably want to put it like at the tail end. Is that fine? Or
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Vegetable oil.
Yeah.
2 cubes, seasoning cubes.
Okay. I like the idea that it's one pot, because you know how when you're doing your dishes, you wash everything, then you leave the pot for like 5 hours because
just
you're trying to
pot.
decide whether or not. But this is a nice idea. One pot, guys, and it gets all the job done.
So curry.
Okay. And thyme. Now, are these the only seasonings, or seasoning freaks can have more?
This is just the only seasoning.
The basic seasoning. Yes. Okay. Now, you mentioned something when we were off air about coconut milk.
Yes, you can add coconut milk to it.
Okay.
But I just don't like coconut milk and gizzard.
Okay, you don't like coconut milk
and gizzard.
Okay. So you could do coconut milk and chicken?
Yes, you
okay,
can.
So chef says she doesn't like coconut milk and gizzard, so you may not want to try that, so you don't say Tokwe said.
So the reason I didn't add a lot of water is because I don't want it to be watery.
Okay.
So I want it to be thick. So I'm just going to cover this up now and allow it to cook for 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah, so that the potato can be soft. So by the time I'm done with that, I'll just add the green pepper and the spring onion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now, if people like it thick, do they get to put thickeners, or it just has to be like this?
It's going to be thick on its own.
It's thick on its own, also it doesn't need, okay, so...
So you just don't put enough water, don't put too much water.
Too much water. Yeah. Okay, if you want it to be like individual potatoes, not mashed together, you just put minimal water.
Yes.
Okay, so you do minimal water. And if you want to put coconut milk, because I think I want to put coconut milk, to be honest, but I will not try that with gizzard, because I don't know why chef...
I just don't like gizzard and coconut milk.
Okay, so we could try coconut milk and chicken.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be a nice recipe. So for Christmas, guys...
Or shredded beef.
Oh, that's true, like the thin strips. Yes. But how about for Christmas? I mean, if we have like 5K, since this is 3...
You can add shrimps if you want.
Hey, this is going to be some yummy
meal for Christmas
meal. Okay, so we're leaving this for 15 minutes. So what about red bell peppers?
I just decided to go with the green
the
one.
green. So
and
if you want to put red, yellow,
yes, you can put all
just
of that. Just
people
make
at
it
home,
colorful.
as colorful as you want, because this is Christmas. So Christmas is usually green and red. So you can have green and red bell.
Right.
This is Chef Tokpa here. Please give me some credit. So I would really love you all watching to actually put to share your videos with us and use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria so we can see how you interpreted your own potato and gizzard porridge. Okay, so we're keeping this for
15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay.
By the time we come back, it's done.
Okay, so you know what we're going to do? For people who just joined, let's quickly run through the menu so you can also start yours at home whenever it's comfortable for you. So we're starting off with the Irish potatoes, and then we have gizzard, and we have the green peppers, spring onions, your seasoning cube, thyme, curry, vegetable oil, carrots, garlic, which is put at the beginning, bell peppers, green peppers,
onion,
white onion, green onion, whichever it gives you fit. So, and this menu can actually be made with as little as 3,000 naira. I like this because it's very budget friendly. I mean, for Christmas, and people who aren't so stable financially can definitely.
And it can serve 4 people.
Oh, we can serve 4 people. You see, so this is really cool. So you know what? We're going to go on a break, and we will be back, and you will see how we're going to add other things.
Thank you for staying with us. We have Biodun Stephen, who's a film director, writer, and producer whose area of specialty is romantic drama and comedy films. Her career began with the release of The Visit, and the movie's got 2 nominations at the 2016 Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards in Lagos. Apart from that, also, she has also done other movies, and I have a number of friends who have worked with you. And they always have very nice things to say about you.
I'm glad.
They do. But let's see, you studied philosophy in school.
Yes.
And you also wanted to act.
Yes.
It was a dream for you.
Yes.
But it just didn't work out how you wanted it to work out.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And then directing and producing became the next option. Let's talk about when you wanted to act. What moves did you make when you tried going into acting?
I mean, endless auditions.
And
it was not because we weren't doing well at the auditions. I think some of the things that they said was, I mean, you're 6'1", how can we pay you? I mean, this was before the advent of them Kenneth Okolis, who are now, over 6 feet. So then in my own time, when I was in university, there weren't a lot of tall men.
Guys, how we do like this? Why we do like this? Okay, so it was quite an issue. I can understand.
So the issue then was about pairing. Pairing was always the issue. And, then also I was in school in Ife. It was education priority, really.
Okay.
And yes.
And then after school, how did you, I know you went to London Film Training Institute.
I mean, right after uni, I started working on radio.
Okay.
And I did radio television for about 3 years.
Okay.
And then went to work as a copywriter at an ad agency for another 4 years. And did project management.
Whoa.
And then...
You've been around.
Yes. And then went back to radio.
Okay.
And it was around that time I felt, I wasn't really doing what I wanted. In between, I'd gotten married, had kids. And it was now about, I needed to do something that was fulfilling. I've always been a storyteller, I've always been a writer, so it was a decision, go back to school.
How did your experiences, your experiences when you were auditioning, how did they mold or shape, how did they impact your career as a filmmaker, as a director and a producer?
I think for me then it was disheartening. It was disappointing that you had you knew that you had a talent and that you weren't getting the opportunity to showcase what you had. So then acting and all of that dream took a back burner. And let's focus, let's channel this energy on other things. And so when I decided to come back, coming back to the industry was a case of I'm not fulfilled, And then by the time I was coming back, I had so many experiences, work experiences, met people, life experiences. I knew what I wanted to do. I had found my space. And the moment I realized that my space was really not in front of the camera, but behind the camera, every other thing kind of pretty much, fell into place. I went to London Film Academy, came back, did The Visit, learned a few things from there. Worked at Iroko for about a year to kind of hone my skills
Your
with
skills
Nollywood.
with Nollywood,
particularly,
okay.
and then branched off. Yeah.
So now, when you meet, I know you've been involved in castings and all of that, and then you see people that seem like misfits. Maybe somebody that, have you ever seen somebody that maybe was like you when you were trying to audition, that it seemed as though there was no fit for this person and all of that? How would you relate with such a person? What kind of words would you give to such a person?
When I meet actors, I usually tell them that the journey, the road to being that Nollywood star, it's not the easiest road because, and it's also like a gamble, really. It could take one audition, and then you're
out there.
And you're out there. It could take several roles, several waka pass, you know, before you get to that point.
To that point, yeah.
So it's really a high-risk venture. You know, you just put all you got in there. So when I meet people and they express their frustrations, like last week I was talking to a young man, and I said to him, keep at it, keep the dream alive, really. Keep going.
You have no other option.
Yes. So when I meet actors like myself who remind me of me, the same advice I give them. I will not hire you based on sentiment. It's always based off of talent, and if you are fit for what I'm looking for that particular role.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's one question I wanted to ask. Do you see an actor and a right to fit that character which you see, or you already have your characters out and then you look for people that will fit into it?
I mean, it depends. So sometimes if I know an actor, or I'm trying to remember one of the films that I wrote. My film, Looking for Bami, I wrote to fit Bimbo Ademoye.
All right.
Because I knew Bimbo was such an amazing actor, and I knew she was going to deliver.
Okay.
With Picture Perfect, Bolanle was a risk.
Yes.
I knew that he could, you know, we had a conversation. I said,
picked an award for that,
you
by
know,
the way.
would you? I kept on assuring me, nobody believed
that he could do that.
He could do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it began to affect me because I kind of believed that then, but there was so much doubt.
Wow.
You know, so because the script was written for Odunlade and not him, but Odunlade was not available. Wow. You know. So sometimes it really
just
depends.
happens. Yes. Okay. Nice. Let's feel a little bit of one of your movies, and we'll get back to round up our discussion.
Okay.
Okay. Let's feel that.
Now, let me take you out. Let me show you how we walk as giddy.
So she better than a bad boy. Caramel skin looking like a bad boy. Melanin pop.
Ask for a dance. Do you want it or you don't? I have a lot to do tonight.
Do I know you?
No, I have one of those common faces. You won't be the first person to be telling me that.
You sure we've never met before? You didn't know me before coming to this office?
Do you want me to play along? To be your girlfriend, wife, or anyone else?
How did you love girls even meet? This angel was delivered to me as my PA.
Ah, finally! Who is she? What's her name?
Just let me go. Come on, don't come looking for me.
Mercy!
How is, you know, romance and action are two genres that I think that for Nollywood we do need to, you know, get better at it and all that. But let's talk about the challenges of shooting romance in Nollywood. You know, it's not something that is very, I don't know. What are the challenges you faced shooting romance in Nollywood?
I think getting the actors to trust that you know what you're doing. Because sometimes, you know, you've had cases where you film a scene and you watch it and you are not proud
of what it turned out to be.
So, you know, chemistry also very important between the actors, making sure that your actor or your actress have good chemistry. And then also helping them to believe and to see your vision, you know, and not betraying their trust, so that when they decide to go all out for your vision and they see the output, they are proud of what they've done.
That movie is Desire, like you said.
Yeah.
When was that? How can someone get to see it? Because I would like to see that. I love that teaser.
It's on, I think it was done for African Magic.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
All right. But yeah, okay. So definitely. So putting those together and all of that, we're spoken about what you tell actors and all of that. Moving forward, where do you think Nollywood can get to? I mean, we had a movie which we submitted, which of course wasn't considered after a while. How well do you think Nollywood can do, say, next 5-10 years? Where do you think we can go as an industry? How far do you think we can go?
I think that we have nowhere else to go but up. Nollywood now is not just a global phenomenon. We're placed on an international map. You're finding our content everywhere on Amazon Prime or Netflix. And whether or not we got into Oscar, we got a nod. We got an acknowledgement. It means that, you know, the borders are opening to us.
But if we're going to do that, you know, there was an issue with language. Language was the issue. It had to be, I think, 60% of, you know, local dialect and all of that. So that means that probably we'll have to do more movies in local dialect if we want to get that particular
Well, you know that Nigeria is primarily an English-speaking country.
Okay.
So, I mean, what we should do is to understand, you know, to appreciate what Oscar is asking of us.
Okay.
However, we can always marry both. But we should always remember that English is really the official language, you know, of this country.
It is. Thank you very much, Bjorn Steven.
Thank you.
Yes, wishing you the best, and maybe someday you'll be picking up an award and Oscar or something. Yeah, we spoke to her one time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
let's head over. Titi has a performer for us on standby. Hello, Titi.
Yes, I do. It's about time for some music. Not just any music, some Afro pop. Now we have a singer here, Cheviola, about to give us some of his music. Now, according to him, it's about love, peace, and oneness. His love for African tunes has kept him in music and in Nigeria. Cheviola, welcome to the show.
Hey, hi, how am I doing?
All right, so it's about time for you to perform.
Okay.
The song is Faji, right?
All right, yeah, Faji.
All right.
Faji December, man.
So let's get to it.
No time, oh, kashi ma gbadun dandan. Kako sabo, kashi ma gbadun dandan. Kò sí wèrè o. As you come sit down, the road go. My brother, time dey go. Many people dey hustle low.
It's been a pretty good morning so far. Very nice.
And that's our mission. That's our plan. That's how we like to do it on Wake Up Nigeria. We like to give you a great morning.
2 hours gone by already. And for the next 45 minutes, we intend to bring you something even more amazing. We've had 2 performances. Very nice, very talented guys.
Very interesting discussions already.
Oh, yeah, interesting. My name is Yomi Owope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinso. Now, you need to go online and stream live with us right now. That's tvcentertainment.tv or on Facebook Live at TVC Connect.
Yeah. Send in your comments across the social media platforms. We would like to hear from you. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Okay, so I want to reiterate that you need to send birthday shout-outs to Yomi, the birthday boy, if you're just tuning in and you did not know.
Thank you very much.
It's
But
Yomi's
there's a lot of
birthday.
other people also celebrating as well today.
Yeah. We want to see the shout-outs to Yomi. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yeah, so in the kitchen, they've named the meal after me without paying. Without paying.
Ooh, look at that food.
Birthday potato and gizzard for it. It wasn't me. Before you say it's me, it was Chef Isioma that said it.
Chef, yeah, you guys will have to still pay for it.
What? Pay for naming the food after you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't worry, it's just for 24 hours.
And I get to allocate who's going to eat today. So I'm going to,
Interesting. Now, you don't want to miss, honestly, how we're going to disperse this food later on. You don't want to miss that. So download our app. Both Android and iOS stores have the app. Watch us from anywhere in the world if you have to move around.
Yeah. So a bunch of things still coming on the show. We still have a scoop for you on our celebrities and what they have been up to.
Yes, indeed.
Over the past week, I think.
And lastly, we'll be joined by Nigerian comedian and host, MC Abbey.
I said 1, 2, class, go. A, B, C, D, U, L, G, H, I, J, K, M, O, N, A, Scorpio, U, arrows, Cassidy. I said, stop there.
So there's like so much happening in Lagos. Mike
this
mentioned
week, Mike mentioned,
everywhere, events happening back to back.
I think Whiskey and Kiss Daniel now chose the same day.
Wow.
My goodness.
Tenny had to do on Monday, and I'm sure definitely venues were full. I mean, the halls were already booked ahead and all of that. Risky Dan, like Kiss Daniel has an issue with his former label that they say.
So is he going to do the concert?
He might not.
Wow.
It depends. Yeah, there's suits and counter suits and all of that. Trying to make it happen. There's quite a lot. Zlatan, there's
The
Naira
Malians.
Marley, there's
Boyz II Men.
Olamide,
There's
Boyz II Men,
international
there's
actors.
Joe, there's Future.
The future, yeah.
I mean, Boyz II Men is for like them yum category.
Seriously?
You and Titi, you and I were like the Malians.
Wow.
You're always Malian.
sure?
I'm not Malian with you.
I'm trying
I'm
to
not
make
Malian.
like
No, I'm not Malian. Malians don't graduate. Malians don't. Malians don't.
deceiving.
No. So there's this guy that came and said, I'm a Malian and I graduated. I get like, no. Malians don't graduate.
Are you serious?
No. So you guys in the UK or something, guy goes, I'm a girl and I'm a Malian. And then the real Malian says, no.
Malians don't graduate.
Malians don't graduate.
Oh, that is, I don't know, that's like all shades of wrong.
Like marching on themselves, but hey, come on, there's quite a lot happening in Lagos.
So we know Mike Aremu has his concert. We know Bez has his concert. Like so many people
Quite a
doing
lot.
great things.
So if you're not very, if you don't really have to go somewhere, you shouldn't just move out.
And it looks like all of them are on the island. In fact, not just on the island, on the island, in a particular area.
Of the island.
So traffic is going to be interesting.
While you're spending your money, remember that there's the year of January.
The year
of January.
Yeah,
definitely. We have to go to the news now, and Ibrahim is on standby.
And of course, January is the longest, and I think also the shortest. I don't know how people talk about January. It's always a very funny month. It is. Now, a federal high court sitting in Abuja has ordered the Bayelsa State government to transfer Soko oil field to Rivers State. The court also ordered the National Boundary Commission to correct the error in the 11th edition of the administrative map. The map designates San Bartholomew River as the boundary between the two states instead of River Santa Barbara. The Rivers State government had notified the commission about the error and filed a suit, which it won at the Supreme Court in 2012. After the mistake was rectified, the state instituted a suit before the Federal High Court in Abuja solely against the NBC, seeking an order of mandamus compelling it to correct the error. And some traders in Ogun State are counting their losses after the Sunday late-night fire that razed parts of the Taosu International Market in Ijebu-Ode. More than 20 shops were burnt before the inferno was put out by firefighters and the market security officials. The secretary to the Ogun State government, who visited the scene, said the state would assist the affected traders. There is a shake-up in the top ranks of the Nigerian Army. The massive redeployment has seen 15 brigadier generals and 20 major generals move to new postings, and all have been approved by the Chief of Army Staff, according to a statement by Army spokesman Sagir Musa. The highlight of the posting includes the appointment of Major General E.O. Gunkale from Command Army Record, Lokoja, to Defense Headquarters as Chief of Defense Standards and Evaluation. The Army's official statement says the reassignment is necessary due to a recent promotion of some senior officers. The governing All Progressives Congress has lifted the suspension on some key members of the party, including Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, former governors Ibikunle Amosun and Rochas Okorocha, as well as Osita Okechukwu and Usani. They were suspended in the run-up to the 2019 general election for alleged anti-party activities. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Lanre Issa Onilu, says the APC has learned from the fallout among party members in the past months. He noted that a reconciliation process is ongoing at various levels. And Boeing says it will temporarily suspend production of its 737 MAX airliner in January. The production of the jet had continued despite the model being grounded for 9 months after 2 deadly crashes. More than 300 people died when 2 737 MAX aircraft crashed in Indonesia and Ethiopia after reported problems with the new feature. The company says it would not lay off workers associated with the 737 MAX, but the stoppage is likely to affect suppliers and the wider economy. And as the news today on Wake Up Nigeria.
20 minutes because I wanted the gizzard to be soft.
Okay.
I chopped my Irish potatoes and added.
Okay. All right. So it looks like a very simple process. But what's the most difficult part about this? Where could it go wrong?
Your water.
Oh.
If you add too much water to it, and then the potato gets very soft.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I love porridge to be extra soft. So you didn't want it to be very soft.
It's actually soft, but it can become very soggy.
So how soft is it? I need to, you know, find out myself. You know, please, I want to find out how soft it is. You know, I just say it's part of the job. You know, I know that's too much. That's too much. Just a little. And you know, is the gizzard soft too? You know, I don't know. I'm just trying to, you know, be very thorough. You know, while I'm being thorough, tell me what sort of health benefits we can find from what we've made today.
Okay, so we're using vegetables and it's vegetable oil and all of that. So very minimal oil that we added to it. Just
Is oil essential though? Do you have to have oil in this meal?
Just very little, yeah.
Very little?
Yeah, just very
okay,
little.
so without the oil, it wouldn't be exactly the right consistency you're looking
You
for.
can make it without the oil, but I just like to add oil to mine.
So when we're talking about proteins, what other proteins could I have used for this?
Shredded beef.
Okay.
Shredded chicken.
Okay.
You can use fish if you want to. But it's potato and gizzard porridge.
All right, so some people like to make it seem like, you know, they were the first people to do this recipe. Is this yours, or did you, you know, hear about it from somewhere and then decide to copy it or adjust it to your own taste?
It's a friend that came up with it and taught me about it.
Okay. And you have it on your menu where sorry, the name of your outfit again?
Brelons.
Brelons. So you use it on your Brelons menu?
Yes. It's one of my best sellers.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that we have the list of ingredients, but I can see green peppers, I can see rodo in there, gizzard, of course, potatoes. Carrots, yes, that's one I love for my kids. My kids love carrots. And I have a feeling I'm going to be trying out this recipe myself.
You like it, actually, and your kids will like it.
All right,
it's actually very nice, I'm feeling.
So I'm going to try and make Tokwe and Mike a little jealous by tasting this food first. Because I was talking, I couldn't taste it. But thank you very much. Mike and Tokwe, get to work, people, while I enjoy this.
You know this thing yourself, when you take something that is not yours and it enters the wrong hole. Titi, be warned. Don't be a victim. Okay, so welcome, and it's time to give you a gist or two about our favorite celebrities. Now, I have with me a special guest. He said I should announce his presence. So in case you are wondering what's going on, please meet the one and only, the celebrity, the other things that he is.
Thank you.
Mike Mesikena.
Thank you.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to finally meet you.
Oh,
I'm
good,
such a
good.
huge fan.
Oh,
I've
good,
seen you on
wonderful.
social media. I've sent you DMs. You've ignored me.
Oh,
so I just thought to
I will
bring
continue ignoring you. Good.
Okay, right up on entertainment news, Cardi B took to presenting gifts on her social media page to her husband. Now, she gave him a whooping cash on his birthday, of course. She took celebrating birthdays to another level. Now, the press rapper who just left Nigeria presented her husband with the sum of $500,000. Now, that was kept in the fridge to get cold on his birthday. Cardi revealed she had difficulties choosing what to give Offset on his birthday, as he already had jewelries, cars, and other expensive items. Therefore, she decided to give him a cold sum of $500,000. Mike, my birthday is on Sunday.
Wow.
What cold gifts do you have for me?
It's Cardi B and Offset. It's not Mike and Tokwe.
I don't have a lot of things.
It's Cardi B and Offset. They know, you understand? But hey, come on, it was quite a very cool one, yeah? And she mentioned and she said, so I feel like if you want to give a gift and all of that, cash is about the... It's a central thing. You're sure you won't get wrong with cash.
You won't get wrong with cash.
You won't get wrong, yeah?
To be honest.
But then at times, some people, it depends. So it's not everybody. There's some people that might prefer some kind of things, you know? But hey, come on, that was quite very cool. I mean, considering that this is all in the hype of she's still being given Nigeria shout-outs after all of that. There was a time just before here when herself and her husband were vibing to, I think it was Burna Boy or so. They were vibing to it and all of that in the car. And then she put up this video and all of that. Cool,
really
cool, man. This is
wife gold.
$500,000, man. That's tax-free, man. Pure, as in cash.
I mean, but if you were Offset, what would you do with that money?
What will I do with it?
Yeah.
He has almost everything.
Since you're not Offset.
It was me. Hey.
What will you do with $500,000?
What will I do with 500,000 naira? $500,000, pardon me. I don't know if you see me on air the next day after I get that money. So I'll just come like this.
I won't blame you.
The purpose I'll just be slapping people. Your boss.
Do you know who I am?
I'll just pick out money and just pick out one this and just slap you.
Take this.
Something wrong with you.
Okay, so now let's move on. Diddy celebrates his 50th birthday with the biggest celebrities. The biggest names in entertainment came out to celebrate Sean Diddy's Combs' 50th birthday. Although the mogul actual birthday was last month, he deliberately pushed the party back until this past weekend to coincide with late ex Kim Porter's birthday. Now, having been in the industry for decades, it's no surprise that the guest list was packed with lots of celebrities, including Jay-Z and Beyonce, Naomi Campbell, Cardi B and husband Offset, as well as Pharrell, Usher, Leonardo DiCaprio, Lil Kim, and Mary J. Blige. Now, this gathering was like a superstar convention. The musical giants of our time were all there to pay their respects to the one and only. So, you know, I didn't even know he was turning 50.
Yeah, so
have you thought about what you would look like when you're 50?
Okay, so man, when you have the money and you can take care of yourself and quite
There's
all of
there's that
you
piece
understand?
of
It was
mind.
Will Smith that,
Yes.
51, by the way, and all of that. You see how they look now. You have the money, you have quite a lot of
I
things
think it's just
coming on
money
for
that
you.
we need.
Or more. It will make you, you'll be younger than age, you'll be aging backwards. You'll be aging backwards, you know. But then, of course, big shout out. I mean, you're talking about P. Diddy here. He is a legend and all of that. And you not expect less. That's what I'm saying. You don't expect less. Those are the
that
moguls.
birthday was where we got to see Jay-Z and Kanye take a picture together in a picture for the first time in a while. And the pictures, they were all smiles. So I think in the spirit of Kanye's new finding himself in his religion, I think there's a lot of giving your life to Christ.
In fact, that Kanye, we don't understand how he's going. But hey, come on, it's all good for him. I mean, if he's okay with himself and he's doing things that will bless humanity and all of that, kudos to Kanye.
No, but think about it in the Nigerian entertainment. Which Nigerian celebrities, or how many, or give me 3 Nigerian celebrities that you feel can pull such a huge crowd?
I should give you.
Give me now.
What's my business with
Okay, now let's.
What kind of crowd? Okay, is it on Nigerian level or on international level?
Don't try international level. Don't try yourself.
On international level. Okay, on
African level.
Okay, so you know that we have our Messi and Ronaldo in Wizkid and Davido. Those are like about that. And then of course Burna Boy is inside the mix now. So, but then, you know, Burna Boy recently there's been a lot of backlash for Burna Boy and his fans. You know, walking off concerts and all that. Not honoring contracts and all of that. And all of that. I feel like Burna Boy should just put his act together.
There are always like 3 sides to a story.
Very true.
I mean, what I saw yesterday was even about Davido and Davido dropping a tweet to his fans and Wizkid's fans, telling them that dragging his mom into arguments on social media is just wrong.
It is. It is.
So now I want us to move on to something very interesting. A very interesting video which we will have to talk about.
Okay.
So this pastor stops a man from proposing to his daughter inside his church. Now this is a funny one. As pastor stops man from proposing to his daughter inside his church, he says he is not aware of their relationship. In quote, I am not aware of the relationship, as he disrupts the proposal. Now let's take a look at this video.
My prayer, sorry, I hope I'm not embarrassing you. But you have to meet me and tell me engagement. No, it's my daughter. Papi. You don't do that, please. Sorry. I'm not aware.
I'm not aware. Okay. How do you feel about the video you just watched?
Bad taste. It's in bad taste. I mean, how do you propose at another person's wedding?
Okay, that's an angle, yeah?
That's off.
Okay.
That's off. Like, of all places to propose at someone else's wedding. Come on, man. As at that time, the attention should be on the couple, not you. You shouldn't draw attention. And you're still in church, right? Even if it was a reception, it's a different case. And then at that place, I think it's in bad taste. And really, if you want to get to the extent of proposing to a girl, to a large extent, you should have met the family.
Yeah,
even if it's true, let's say, if it's true that the father actually doesn't have an idea of him, then it's an even worse taste.
Yes, because I'm sure in a relationship, at least, you should have met the family once or twice before proposing.
So if you're proposing this, you want to get into the family, you want your families to become one. So hey, come on, man.
Oh, okay, so now let's move on to our next story. But then I'm sure there's a lot of conversation as regards that story. Just drop your comments with the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria, what you think as regards if you should seek permission from the parents before proposing. Now, moving on, Rema wonders where he would have been without the freestyle that brought him to limelight. Now, Rema in a post wondered where he would have been if he had not released the freestyle that brought him to limelight on Instagram. He says, in a post, he says, wonder where I would have been by now if I didn't make the freestyle. Then rapper Zlatan Ibile came with a hilarious response to the question. He said the singer would have been at Onitsha market selling jeans.
You know, there's this line in Ijoma where he says, I remember when I did suffer.
Yeah.
And like this small boy, when you suffer. So, but then we remember there's a throwback video that came up with an interview when he was actually really in the hustle. I was like, this young boy has seen some things,
yeah.
You know. So kudos to him, man. You know, that's what happens. You see, I would always say, just keep on shooting your shot or whatever you're doing. You understand? You have to keep on shooting your shot. And that be will come. If he didn't do it, if he wasn't doing it, he definitely would not have been here.
Yeah.
And he probably would be selling jeans in Area or somewhere like that.
On the same post, Maven Records boss Don Jazzy also commented, stating that upcoming artists should not be shy about promoting their act.
At all. You just have to push it. At times, you know, at times we feel that we're not confident enough or what we do is not good enough and then we are not very proud of it. But that's what the post is all about.
Yeah.
You know, be proud of what you're doing, push it out, promote yourself. Nobody's got your back like you.
Nobody's got your back like you. So whatever it is you're doing, do not be shy. Promote yourself. And this note, we've come to the end of entertainment news. Our thanks so much to my celebrity guest, Mike Mesikena.
Thank you.
Let's things move along as we move to Titi, as she'll be having a quick chat with MC Abbey.
That'll be after this break, of course.
After this quick break, of course.
To the power of social media, right? That brought the awareness, the strength of it, brought the evolution in the industry practically. So people now understand that you mustn't always have be on a stand-up comedy show before you can get viewers to view you. So you see a lot of people doing comical skits. You see people even doing satirical stuff, you know, via their channels. And it has changed. It's no longer you have to go to the event to see a comedian, you know. So that on its own has personally given me restructuring to do.
Okay.
Right? So despite the fact that I started my bi-monthly comedy club this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we did 4 editions this year. It was beautiful. We're done for the year, though.
Yeah.
So we're resuming next year, February 14th. Yeah.
Let's go deeper into what you do with the comedy club, because comedy club is still a new concept
it's
in
a baby
Nigeria.
concept in Nigeria.
One or two people have tried it, you know, but for a comedy club internationally, what you have is, you know, you go to the club, and then it's a mixture of food, drinks, and comedy.
Exactly.
Several people going up on the stage. So, but tell us what your concept is
it's the same thing. Like I was in Houston some years ago, and I went to a comedy club, Evolve. I believe it's something like Evolve or something like that, yeah. And I was amazed what I saw. I was like, wow, this is how it ought to be. And again, that same year I visited the UK, myself and Clint. So we're walking past, I've forgotten that place again, Piccadilly. So we saw a comedy club. And it was built by purpose. It's purpose-built comedy club. We walked in and we're like, okay, sat down. We saw one of their performance and all that. Similar to what I saw in Houston. I was like, we should do something like this in Nigeria. And that's how I thought of mine and said, okay, I have to replicate it. And that's how it is. The I Love Comedy Club is in that nature. You come, it's not a concert. Yeah, like we have in the big places. Nice up close and personal space, you know, with sizable crowd, and you have performances, you know, you have openers, you have your main performance. Like I did 4 editions this year, and all the 4 editions I did an hour each.
Wow.
For the 4 editions. You know, and I had other guys that did like, 20 minutes, 15 minutes and all that. But that's it. And there were food and drinks, and it was purposely for laughter.
Exactly.
So it's an interesting concept, but a lot of people never used to take comedy seriously.
Till date, some persons still don't take it
seriously. And it's interesting the fact that, a lot of people are now investing or paying for the skit owners to do skits for their brands. So there's something that happened along the line there. What do you think it was?
Well, I think brands, they shifted their base and their focus, thinking that when you do a lot of skits, and if they're good skits, you have more followers.
Okay.
So they measure your followership strength as something that they can run on, or ride on. So they ask you, do a skit for us, based on your followership and blah blah blah. And they were enjoying it up until I think something happened recently where Instagram started taking off false followers.
Oh, that's true.
Because people were really actually buying followers. Yeah, not everybody did that though, but some were doing that just to have that push.
Okay.
And for those that are authentic, they are still enjoying the groove. I did 1 or 2 for some brands too, but I think brands should not look at that alone, because there are a lot of things that they can express themselves on. Social media comedians are good, but they can't replace stand-up comedians. Because not all social media comedians can do stand-up comedy.
All right.
That's amazing. I know one of the things that you've been doing, even with the comedy club, is you've also been mentoring younger acts. So you just see, because a lot of even the comedians that we know internationally today came up through the club circuit.
True.
The fact that a 19-year-old boy can just walk into the club one day and say, you know what, this is my moment.
I'm telling you.
And so how have you been doing that? Are there people that you've discovered specifically through this concept?
A whole lot of them. I've discovered a lot of young and intelligent comedians. The kind of comedy I thrive in, it's cerebral comedy that would tickle you up here. Not the norm of one day I go one place for worry. No. So I like intellectual jokes. Jokes that when you drop it will, if you're cerebral, you feel it.
All right.
So, and those are the kind of people that I've given platforms to, and I'm still giving platforms to. When I try them out, I say, okay, you're good, work on this, and it has strengthened a lot of them, and more to come next year. More to come.
MC Abbey. Now, as you were arriving, we were very pleased to announce to people that the food was ready. So we want us to take a stroll.
Thank God I didn't eat this morning.
Yes, let's take a stroll.
I will break this fast.
In
secret,
meal,
behind the camera, you were complaining that about celebration.
Yes, but now I don't want to be fed up.
Now we are celebrating though, because this meal was named after our guest.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
You don't chop?
We'll watch you eat yours first. Welcome to the kitchen. So we have Chef Isi, who made. So she planned to make potato gizzard porridge.
So this was a mistake.
No. The new name is Yum Potato Gizzard Porridge.
Okay, why is it Yum?
Because we're celebrating Yomi's birthday.
Okay, Yomi's birthday made it Yum.
Oh
yes. All right.
Quickly tell us what we have here.
My Lord.
I would have thought that.
They would have given it to Yomi because it's birthday.
No.
Yomi, I want to eat you up right
now. While MC Abbey is having a taste of that, Yomi is feeling a bit sad that he's not tasting. But guess what? We have something more interesting. Organized for Yomi, as we have the special Jason Blue to give us a special birthday song for Yum.
Thank you.
Jason, take us away.
Jason Blue.
Traffic, and I'd been in there for 45 minutes, only for me to be approaching the toll and then discovered I didn't have money to pay.
Wow.
So what did you do?
No.
So I just pulled up, hey, wake up.
No way.
You talked about hope, you talked about alternatives and options that you might have and all of that. How do I ensure that going forward, I avoid the pitfalls that could bring back that fear. So that goat meat is cooking.
Yes, we need to
pretty
give it
soon,
like...
in a few minutes, everybody's still
Yeah,
a
he
bit
doesn't
chill in the
really-
studio now.
yeah, he doesn't
but in
really
a few
take
minutes,
time.
you're going to start getting that aroma in the air.
Yeah.
Don't step over a pregnant woman, otherwise the child will look like you. We wish you long life, prosperity, health, peace, and
favor, and money.
money.
Yes.
Let me say this to all the single women out there.
Don't you dare.
If you ask any of those questions on the first date, here's what the guy will do. I'm coming.
Happy birthday
to you. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you, Yomi. Happy birthday to you.
Nice one, Jason. Bro. Okay, so you guys.
So why don't you enjoy
You guys
the
made me
song?
speechless. Thank you.
I enjoy your meal. All right.
Celebrating you.
Thank you.
We're celebrating you with all the love in the world. You
Yes.
know, God bless you. God keep you safe, healthy, strong. God grant you even more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Amen.
And may God be with you in all you say and all you do. That's the
Thank you.
And may you
Thank
get the
you.
phone call from the president wishing you a happy birthday.
Yes,
May you also get to
indeed.
go for dinner, send us pictures, and collect the envelope and come share with us.
Very nice, very nice. You
Yeah,
guys-
so all that we need to make this complete,
Yeah.
really, all we need to make it complete is cake, people. We need cake.
Yeah.
And where is Mike? Where is Mike?
Isn't it time to end the show yet?
No, it's not time to end the show.
Somebody's getting emotional here.
yet.
Can we zoom in case the tears are about to drop?
No,
Yeah,
no,
yes.
I'm not.
Abbey is already getting up to celebrate.
Where is Mike?
But don't
and
worry.
the cake?
Soon enough, we will get to take a taste.
We knew Mike had something up his sleeve.
Mike had something up his sleeve. We made it! Oh, yeah. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to
Okay, so you guys got me.
Biliki Sule. Really.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you for this opportunity for us
to
join your family.
Oh, you've joined our family.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. You have.
Thank you so
Now,
much.
we have to say a big thank you to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories, as always. And, of course, thank you for all the love, all the great birthday messages that you've sent to Yomi. I'm thanking you on his behalf. But we'll be back tomorrow, 6 a.m., y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.